Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from whatever you're watching this channel. Now, I will not tire, delving much onto this issue of Raila and the AUC bid. I promise that we will always talk about this agenda until that time when probably Raila secures the AU chair position or fails to secure. So I want us to delve deeper into some of the two videos we've talked about regarding Raila's AUC bid, because I was going through a certain news portal online, then I came across something that is very, very concerning. I have realized that in East Africa, there is still a problem. And this boils down to the relationship between Kenya and the East African bloc. When I talk about East Africa, of course, I'm referring to areas like Uganda, Tanzania, we have Burundi, of course, we have Rwanda, and Kenya being one of them. So there is a problem. And this problem, I have not seen anybody talk about it, but it's something that is worth attention. So it's believed that in 2016, during African Union Summit gone, in Kigali, Rwanda, Dr. Jakaya Mrisho Kikwete name featured prominently that he would run for the post of AU chair commission, AU commission chairperson, which the then incumbent Madam Nkosazana Lamini Zuma decided not to contest a second term. Why? Because she wanted to run for presidency in South Africa. Madam Nkosazana Zuma is the wife of Jacob Zuma, who is the former president of South Africa. So there's a time Jacob Zuma was facing a lot of rebellion from his own party.
Firstly, people every day say something about President Zuma in this country. Should I stand every day, take everybody to court? You say a lot of things about me. Should I do so?
The ANC party and, of course, from Malema's party also.
If I were
you
to
can
do
take
so,
me to court. You can, no,
he's answering
this is
you,
not your house.
Point
This is not your
Honorable
house.
Malema.
This is Parliament.
Honorable Malema. Point of order. Honorable
Everyone
Malema.
speaks here. This is our house.
No.
Zuma was facing a lot of corruption allegation, and then back then, Madam Nkosazana Zuma, since she was the chairperson back then, she chose not to run for a second term, and she wanted to run for the presidency in Msaidia Zuma. So back then, the name of Jakaya Kikwete surfaced. One thing that we all know and agree on right now is that candidates need endorsements from their respective governments, and we all agree that Raila has already gotten an endorsement from the KK regime, because just like what we've been saying, this is going to be a plus to their campaign in 2027. But if you look at this matter from a different perspective, probably from the other side of the coin, Raila's chances will be better off if the whole of East Africa fall behind him, support him. Then Raila Amolo Odinga will be at a very, very better position to clinch this AU Commission chairperson seat. So I want us to delve much into the possibilities and the possible hurdles that are ahead of Raila Amolo Odinga's AU Commission chairperson bid. But before you do that, allow me to encourage you to please support this channel by subscribing, liking, and sharing our video. And that is the only support I request from you, ladies and gentlemen. Remember, if you subscribe and like, YouTube get to share this channel or this video to other people not part of our audience. So please subscribe and like this video. You understand that currently there is no love lost between RUTO and Sudan leader Abdel Fattah Burhan. And this poses another hurdle for William Ruto's agenda. And the agenda is very simple. Have Raila Amolo Odinga be the AU chairperson, so that in 2027, ikifika, Raila will be left with 2 years to complete the term. And going by the previous experiences, especially from Madam Zuma, it seems you cannot be the AU chairperson, AU Commission chairperson, and be the president. You have to resign. So I think probably that's why she never ran for a second term. So if you come to the issue of Uganda, you know, going by the recent trade wars between Kenya and Uganda, you know, this issue saw Uganda openly sue Kenya over oil deal, you know, exploitation. When Uganda publicly pulled out of the oil deal and wanted a clean exit. You know, this was evidence when Museveni failed to come to Kenya also for the African heads of state and government during the African Climate Summit in Nairobi. That was done on September 6, 2023. You see, Museveni never showed up. Then there is this issue of Jakaya Kikwete's proposal by Tanzania and the East African Bloc. Then there's the issue of Rwanda, after recently a video surfaced of what many believed was President Paul Kagame lecturing Ruto, but some people downplayed that part and say that he was not addressing William Ruto, but he was addressing, I don't know, the president of South Africa, you know, I don't know, the president of Botswana, but he was talking about another president. And also there's the issue of the current AU deputy chairperson, who is Dr. Monique Sazabagnwa. And this poses another challenge because she might decide to asimamie ile cheo kubwa ya Musafaki. So these are some of the hurdles which Raila Amolo Odinga is faced with. So the relationship between the East African countries and Ruto matters the most in this whole thing. So I think going by the recent revelation, looks like the best thing is William Ruto not to aggressively involve himself in this issue. But also I realized that going by my research, my little research I was doing, ni ile issue ya nipe nikupe. Nipe nikupe. So Uganda might force William Ruto to bend kidogo on some issues ndio wampe kura. The same to Somalia, to Tanzania, the same to Sudan, the same to Somalia, the same to Rwanda. Because Kenya is interested in this position, kuna nipe nikupe itatokea hapa. So unless William Ruto realizes that nipe nikupe must work, if he doesn't realize that, thinks that it's just talking and talking, then I think the vote itapotea. One of the reasons which I think Amina Mohamed could have lost wakati ule ni kwamba nipe nikupe haikufaulu. So Kenya needs to relinquish certain things. In fact, the issue of Uganda is very critical here. But of course we know Raila has friends here, friends everywhere. Some of them were opposition leaders, now became the presidents. But we still need nipe nikupe to work for him to be able to be sure of clinching that seat. So, ladies and gentlemen, what do you make of this latest revelation? I had to share with you some of these hurdles because I told you we will still talk about AUC bid for Raila Amolo Odinga until wakati huo ambao ili swala litamalizika. So, ladies and gentlemen, just go below the comment section there and tell us what you think about this whole matter. And perhaps if you're watching this video and you have not subscribed, please take 1 second and subscribe. Give this video a like. Don't forget to hit the notification bell. So until we catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.